All right. Non-standout Lions from the first pad of practice. Now I say it ain't really real until they put the pads on. So that's kind of when training camps start. But it was a situation where a lot of people forgot that. Sorry, I just got to shower, get myself together. They forgot that the NFL used to have a lot of padded practices, and when the Player Association, if you didn't know, they took less money. They gave money back to the NFL. They gave money back for less padded practices. Now you know what happened since that instant happened years ago, like 10, 15 years or 12, maybe something like that. You know what happened? When they reduced the padded practices, and that's when the players gave the money, gave them more, they said, we're going to give y'all more money, this percentage. We want less padded practices. Since that happened, there's been more ACL, more soft tissue injury, more season-ending injuries than before that. So when they had more padded practices, players were more healthy. When they had less padded practices, they probably had to raise the intensity of padded practices, and that's when the injury, and then also they would toughen up 2 a day, so you couldn't take 2 padded practices. You couldn't have, I think it was something like, don't quote me on this, you couldn't have 2 padded practices for 2 a day. So like I said, the players, they F themselves, but I'm reading from Pride of Detroit, shout out to them. And they say check out Detroit Lions Talk playlist too. 9 standouts from Detroit Lions first padded practice at training camp. It's only one day. And did y'all see the dude from the Panthers? They cut him after he hit a dude with no pads on. And it didn't look that malicious, but we really had a far view. But so with pads on for the first time, there was a noticeable increased intensity at Allen Park Tuesday morning. The Detroit Lions really open practice, getting far more team drills at full speed positional reps. It's not just exhilarating for the players, but for the riders that have had to deal with 60% speed and limited contact. Tuesday practice felt like the true first day of practice. The Chihuahua. There were a lot of things to behold, far too many from a single eye to catch. So here are my 9. This is the writer's Jeremy Reisman. He says, so here's my players who stood out during Tuesday practice, but make sure you check out Eric Shillett on observation from training camp on Tuesday. I wish you put a link in here. So he had Aleem McNeil. Tuesday McNeil hit. Tuesday was Aleem McNeil day. Head coach Dan Campbell kicked the day off by trying to hold back his obvious admiration for McNeil in an opening presser, but couldn't help it. He said, "I think the kid is going to be able to do more than just play nose tackle." Campbell said, "I think there's going to be more to this kid than just that." So I could tell you, I could have told you that. When I watched the film, man, and Chris Sims put me on game. When I watched that film, it was more than fix my draws. There were more. He was just so athletic that I thought he could play across the line. I thought he can penetrate. I think he'd probably be one of the best nose tackles. He reminded me of Vince Wilfork with athleticism. But he said McNeil took the field immediately and showed why they call him Twinkle Toes. 330-pound player should move. No 330-pound player should move that quick. So on the very first rep during 3-on-3s with the offensive line, immediately sent 2 offensive linemen to the ground as everyone tripping over each other. Then the poor newbie Evan Boeing got tossed by McNeil on back-to-back plays. 54 was just all over the notebook today, and defensive coordinator Aaron Glenn couldn't help to give the young man praise. I tell you what, man, he's unbelievable, Glenn said after practice. Strong, agile, everything we expected when we got him. Then Anthony Pittman, for the second straight day, Pittman was making plays in coverage yesterday. He picked off David Block in the zone, and he nearly did it again Tuesday. Again, jumping the route that was good for 4 or 5 yards away from a broken pass. He was able to get there in time, knock it down, but not pick it off. Pittman also made physical hit along with cornerback A.J. Parker that drew ooze from the teammates unprompted. Pittman got love from Glenn after practice. A guy that really stands out is Pittman. He making plays on the ball. He's running to the ball. You see the physical nature. There's a lot of things about that player I like. Cephas had one of the early big plays of the day, beating Parker on a deep pass from Tim Boyle on 11-on-11s. getting used both on the outside and inside, outside and slot. Stevens continues to have one of the more consistent camps among the Lions wide receiver group in the slot. He took Cornell to lunch money on one rep, gained a couple extra yards on the nickel corner. St. Amand arrived. The Lions' leading candidate for starting the slot receiver, Brown, certainly had a noticeable practice during special teams drill on the one-on-one blocking. He got into a slap punch fight with fellow rookie Infantu. St. Brown won the rep, completely stemming the corner, who took exception to the way he blocked. Perhaps not coincidentally, the two got another special team rep against each other with roles reversed, as well as some matchup against 707s. Both went without an incident, but St. Rod wasn't just throwing punches. He also was a huge weapon during team drills. His best play came on the seam route. He cleanly beat Parker off the line and speed up the middle. So we get the gist. So Parker just getting abused. Jamar Jefferson, another big one. It's early, but it doesn't look like anyone's going to catch Jamar Jefferson for the running back 3 job. His ability to make one cut, goal was a display Tuesday. He had 2 of the biggest runs of the day, both involving finding a cutback lane, just exploding with acceleration. Jefferson testing time weren't great for the draft, but the general manager Brad Holmes noted he plays faster on the field, and that was much obvious. Kevin Strong forgot a man in the deep defensive line rotation. Strong made a compelling case for the 53-man roster during his first padded practice. Granted, more playing time with Michael Brocker sideline. Strong dominated during the one-on-one team drill. I credit him with 2 out of 2 wins on 3-on-3. So okay. Romeo Okoro, I wouldn't say Romeo Okoro was notably dominating Panisa Will and DePere first pattern practice, but anytime anyone else lining up opposite of Okoro, it got ugly. Both Tommy Kramer and Dan Skipper felt the wrath during the positional drill. Charles Harris. The Lions also got some edge pressure from former first-round pick Charles Harris. Harris displayed his ability to set the edge during the run, as a run defender 11-11. So shout out to Charles Harris. Brought him, I think, from Atlanta. Trey Flowers. I want to include one quick section on Flowers. Since his transition to stand-up linebacker has been a big topic of discussion, specifically the ability to drop in the coverage. Flowers showed Tuesday that he has that in his arsenal as late in practice. Flowers sneaky drop back into coverage directly into lane to Terrell Williams, who had beaten his man a couple steps away on slant. Goff never saw Flowers, and the edge defender knocked the ball down early. That's what we don't need now. We need picks. Flowers, we need picks. But I'm not surprised, man. It's only one day, but I'm not surprised at the Lean. I told y'all, Lean and Zorky, man, they were going to be problems. They were going to be problems. So Eric Schultz, he got his a little bit different. He did it different. So he's not really chopped up, but I'm pretty sure it's about the same. But yeah, I'm not surprised at all. McNeil is a beast. I've been telling people that. Cephas, I seen a picture of people saying, well, real, this man got so high for a catch, before the pass a couple of days ago. That shit was out of sight, out of mind. But yeah, I'm excited. Every season I'm excited. But it is what it is. Let me know what you guys think. Don't forget, we on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram. You can reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. All the social media links in the description. Twitter's the fast way than Facebook and Instagram. Facebook group link in the description. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. Venmo CJ Good 313. PayPal link in the description. Best way to donate. Share the video. Appreciate the love, support. Check Detroit Lions Talk playlist out. Peace.